The Nickel Tour.
I'm here with Todd Lemke.
Yep.
And we saw this rig when we first came in, and it obviously caught our attention, and we got a chance to talk to him, and he's gonna give us a little tour.
Sure, we'll give you the Nickel Tour. This is our original truck, and it's called the Toaster. We bought it from the original owner many years ago and promised him we'd never sell it. The reason it's called the Toaster is back in the 70s, he had a giant car cover for it, and the kids in the neighborhood called it the Toaster. So when it was time to update the Toaster, we special ordered a brand new Ram 3500 standard cab Cummins.
I can't believe that became that.
It did. In fact, this was the very first mock-up after we'd pulled the fenders and hood off. Then we started playing around with that. I'm going, okay, well, it's made out of metal, we'll make it work. So we added 8 inches to the hood and fenders, and then extended the cab 13 inches. We left the Dodge floor, firewall, and rear bulkhead. That simplified everything because it incorporated all the air conditioning, wiring harness, pedals, steering, and all that. So that was phase 2 of the Toaster's life. And as you could see, we had a 1992 Lance. Well, we wore the camper out. We special ordered a 2020 Arctic Fox. So the camper is a Northwood Manufacturing Arctic Fox 865. But we wanted it to still maintain that old look, so we ordered it with no graphics, had it wrapped to look corrugated. Anywhere that the old camper said Lance, I just put my name, Lemke. If you see a camper and it looks like that, you'll just read Lance, even though it says Lemke. And then we put a Arctic Fox in the front window, and then put a cowboy hat on them with the Arctic Fox logo. So it is an Arctic Fox, and we wanted to pay tribute to them by putting the Arctics in there. But the new camper is so much heavier than the old one that we are exceeding our tire limit of the tires that we like to run, which is a 37, 1250, 17 BF Goodrich. And I have the Walker Evans wheels, which I love the look of, but they don't make a high load range tire in that size of tire or wheels. So
what was the highest weight that you could get in those? Any idea?
3,600.
3,600 pounds, okay.
3,600, and my rear axle weight is 8,300. So weight was way over it. My dad says, don't worry about it, I'll just build you a custom inner dually wheel. And so what we did, we got rid of the leaf spring suspension so we could make our custom inner wheel go all the way as close to the frame rail as we could. Then we built a 6 5/8 steel spacer, and then married up the Walker Evans wheel on the outside. Built our own trailing arm suspension with basically like a semi airbags. With the old camper and the 1-ton dually suspension, we had the airlift airbags, and we ran them at 50 psi. And the truck was the most amazing riding vehicle, not just truck, but vehicle I'd ever ridden in. The new camper weighed so much more that to run at the same height, we had to run them at 95 to 100 psi. And it completely changed the handling characteristics of the truck. That was one of the reasons for changing the suspension as well. So we got rid of the leaf springs. We couldn't have anything hanging out past the frame rail because we wanted to get that inner wheel moved as far in to the frame as we could so we could continue to run in the Walker Evans wheels. So to do that, we built a trailing arm system. Basically, our bag bar is hooked up to like a semi-style airbag. So like right now, to say we're probably close to 9,000 pounds with the axle, with the trailer loaded and everything. And we're at about 28 psi with no springs, and it rides incredible again. So we're super happy with how it turned out. We had a trip planned and we were running behind on time, and our friend Dewey Gopp offered to help us with the rear suspension. He's probably one of the only persons we trust being part of our projects, and we were honored for him to be part of it. So Dewey built us the trailing arms and the rear bag, and we worked together and came up with exactly how to do it and put it all to paper. And other than Dewey's help there, everything else was 100% home built other than the paint. We sent it out for paint, but we did all the metal work and body work.
Do you have a guess of how many hours you have into this?
You know, I don't. We built it in about 9 months, every night after work and most weekends. But starting with a brand new vehicle, we had nothing mechanical to work with or to deal with.
It's true, mostly cosmetics.
So everything's brand new. It's just a matter of making everything fit. The headliners all steel like it came from the factory. We kind of went with a stainless theme. Our toolboxes, we built the toolboxes, running boards, iPad enclosure, steering columns built out of stainless steel exhaust reducers. Our camper, we just built these this week because the old Happy Jacks got a little tore up off-roading.
I couldn't figure out why you had the two.
Yeah, I need to take them off. I just have to lift the bed off to get these out, and we just put these on the day before we came out here.
I had one question for you. The gap here, is that intentional or is that?
So this is actually Dodge. So if you went over to your truck and you sawzalled off this area, this is what is behind your I don't know what you call it, door sill. Or,
so this is the
all
old truck. That's the new truck.
Yep, this is all Ram. The floor is Ram, and the firewall and rear bulkhead.
It's a giant jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, this is like original old school door hardware and.
Right. And I'll pop the hood. Yeah, nothing like closing the old doors.
Yeah.
The front bumper is the original 60s bumper. We just two-pieced it, tied it into the winch, wedged it out, turned it upside down from the way the factory built it. We just like the look of that better. 15,000-pound Warren winch. We got 2 onboard air systems. Oasis is our primary system, and then we use an Extreme Outback Air Magnum for our backup that is mounted on top of the transfer case skid plate. We have a 10-gallon air tank underneath the passenger side. So this is all Ram. Just there's all of our solenoids for the camper and stereo and air compressor. How are you doing?
Good. What year?
66. 66-ish. It's a 66 body on at the time a brand new 2012 Ram 3500 dually chassis.
I saw the Cummins on it. I knew that wasn't that.
Yeah.
That's looking great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you must have been talking to people like ever since you got here.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It is.
Yeah.
Draws a lot of attention.
So Scott was asking about the front axle, and this is actually kind of a facade. It's with the aftermarket wheels are not hub centric. The new trucks just have the axle nut, and we didn't want it looking like a new truck, so we built out of aluminum an exact replica of a rear full floater. All the details all the way down to putting a groove in where the gasket would go. The bolts, they don't go to anything, but what it does do is it goes over the Ram hub, and then the Walker Evans wheel now is hub centric. We machined it so that's hub centric. Has the old truck feel, and it is much safer because now the wheels are all hub centric again.
Amazing.
The inner wheel that we built, the reason it's a 2-piece wheel because the barrel, we couldn't have a dish because the caliper's so big. So as we are now, it's just a smooth barrel, and then the end cap bolts on, so it'll clear over the caliper. 90% of the time we go anywhere, we have a trailer, so having something that comes out the back doesn't do us any good. We built our trailer hitch extension, incorporated a generator in it, so we've got an Onan propane-powered generator that's all part of our trailer receiver. This porch, you just fold it up, it goes there, the brackets swing in, and you just fold your staircase in. You unpin this, rotate the whole assembly straight up, then slide it over in place, then you pull this pin, and then this whole mechanism swings in and stores right behind the door. It makes it nice and easy getting in and out of the camper.
It's a really, really cool rig.
Thank you so much,
Super
Scott.
fascinating.
Well, it's always a pleasure to share it, and I love that people like to talk about it.
Yeah, I bet everyone here we've met has been like, hey, you gotta go check that out. You gotta
Oh,
go check
really?
that out.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. And you know, the best part of the whole truck is me and my father. That's how we spend quality time together. So
That's awesome.
the truck is just a byproduct of what's really important in life, and that's family time. And so to me, the coolest part of the truck is it's all built with my father, and it's just family time, and he can't put a number on that. My Instagram name is Lemke Speed and Marine. Okay, I mostly do stories as my thing just because they disappear in 24 hours if you get too stupid. But
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
thank you, Scott, and a pleasure meeting you finally.
So he got swamped with people. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.